So a lot of my subscribers have been asking me how to talk to their crush or just to know how to talk to people. I know this can be extremely hard for someone who is an introvert or shy, so that's why I made this video so anyone can start making easy conversations. If you just want to have a conversation with someone or just trying to get someone to notice you, you would need to make the conversation light and easy. Don't ask questions that are too personal or questions that require someone to think a lot. Madam, can you please tell me the quadratic formula before we proceed with this conversation? These simple and easy, or you so-called chill conversations, can also be known as small talk. This is how you get your foot in the door to know people and potentially develop a relationship with them, whether it's work, business, school, or a romantic one. In the beginning, everyone is a stranger. You don't know a person until you actually get to talk to them personally. Just think about it. Your best friend, he or she was also a stranger in your life. Then as you get to know each other, you become best friends, right? But of course, all relationship takes time to grow. And if you don't talk or say anything, you won't get what you want because no one will know. So here's 10 easy conversation starters that I hope will help you out in your life. Number 1, food. If you are a human being, then you probably need to eat. Since everyone needs to eat, they probably like and dislike certain type of food. This is probably the easiest way to get a conversation going. You can talk about food any time of the day, whether it's morning, afternoon, or the evenings. For example, if it's during the morning, you can go in and say, "Hey, did you have breakfast already?" If they are a polite human being, they'll respond back. If they respond back with a yes or no answer, you can then proceed to either ask what they have for breakfast or ask what's a good breakfast place around the area. To further extend this topic, you can talk about best and worst restaurants around and what type of food they normally crave when they are hungry. See, that's not hard, right? I hope you get the point. Number 2, what kind of things did you do these past few days or weeks? Now, notice I didn't say what kind of amazing or exciting things did you do these past few days or weeks, because some humans might not have an exciting life. Their highlight of the week could be getting into that new season of Game of Thrones. Now, the reason why this is a good question to ask is because you're avoiding the yes and no responses. If I said amazing or exciting things, they'll probably say no, and the conversation might have just ended because most likely you won't be able to revive it. Now, if I'm just asking about these past days or weeks, it gives them an opportunity to say something, whether they are studying for an exam, doing their homework, working, or playing games. Once you get them to say something, you go in and attack each topic that they mentioned. For example, "Oh, you went to your aunt's house this weekend? I used to go to my aunt's house too when I was a kid. There was this one time I walked into my aunt's closet and found some really kinky stuff. Things I can't unseen, but that's another story. Anyway, what did you do at your aunt's house?" See, that's not hard. The conversation can go on and on. Number 3, talk about something they are wearing. This is probably another easy conversation starters. Humans wear clothes and sometimes accessory too, right? So you start by observing their outfit and see what stands out to you the most, whether it's a necklace, a cool design on a shirt, or the $50 fake Yeezy shoes, but you don't tell them it's fake. Once you identify the object you want to talk about, you go in and give them a genuine compliment. For example, you can say something like, "That dress of yours really put an angelic glow on your face." That'll lift their mood and sometimes make them feel happy on the inside. Once that's accomplished, you can ask them where they typically shop at because they have a great sense of style, or you can ask where they got that piece of clothing or accessory. At the end of the day, this is just small talk and you want to be friendly. Then you can talk about different stores and brands. It's honestly up to you if you want to go that route, but there are a lot of other topics you can discuss. Number 4, plans. Similar to talking about what they've done in the past, this will require you to ask them what they are going to do in the future, such as if they have any plan for the coming weekend, their days off, evenings after work, or if the holidays are near, ask them what they're going to do for the holidays. A plan doesn't necessarily have to be a goal that they want to achieve in the future, but if you feel comfortable and you think they are comfortable with you asking about their goals, then by all means, go for it. There's endless possibilities, and I'm like 80% sure that people don't just randomly shut you down. But do make sure to share your own plans with them so the conversation doesn't seem to be one-sided. Reciprocating is the key in a good conversation. Number 5, how do you guys know each other? This question is perfect if you are in a group setting. This will keep everyone engaged since people like to hear stories. In addition, people like to talk about themselves and it doesn't require a lot of thinking to come up with an answer since how people meet one another is most likely fixed. But of course, how one person tells a story can be totally different from another perspective. But this question can help you come up with another question so the conversation can go on and on. For example, if they met at a school, you can ask how it was like going to that school or what kind of clubs they participate in. The more they talk, the more things you'll find to talk about. Number 6, gossip. Ooh, you're probably thinking, yep, I can see why that's an easy conversation starter, but be careful with gossip. You don't want to be that bad person spreading rumor or talking smack behind people's back. There are two types of gossip: inner circle gossip and outer circle gossip. Inner circle gossip would be the people you know, acquaintances, or people that you actually see in person. Outer circle gossip would be like the latest news, celebrity gossip, trends, fashion, or things that are away from you. From experience, inner circle gossip is the easiest way to get people listening and talking because people are just curious about everything. You could probably see how saying Tom is cheating on Lexi could escalate things pretty quickly, but you don't want to be that guy. It could be a quick chit chat like, hey, did you know for Sam's 2-year anniversary, he's getting Amy a brand new car? Obviously, the juicier the gossip, the better, but just be aware of what you say and the things you can get into. Most likely, if I'm talking to someone new, I'm sticking with the outer circle gossip. Number 7, hobbies. Instead of asking people what they do for a living, you can switch it up and ask what they like to do or if they have any hobbies. A job doesn't really define a person, but instead their interest or passion. People can talk a lot if they are given a chance to talk about their hobbies. If you become interested in their hobbies, it shows that you support their interests and potentially develop a connection by showing them respect for what they like to do. This can later lead to a great friendship if you both have the same interests of hobbies. Sometimes you might run into those who don't have any hobbies, so a good default question to ask them is, what's your favorite way to waste time? Netflix and chill. Number 8, music. This is another great easy conversation starter. If you notice the person bobbing their head to some electronic dance music and you're also a fan of electronic dance music, then you just found something in common to talk about. Music is a great way to find common ground. If there's common ground, you'll get that instant connection and you both have something to relate to. Most people have a favorite genre, artist, band, or song that they like. If you can find out what they like and connect over it, your likability will go up, making your conversation feel like a breeze. You'll then find out that it's not that hard connecting with others and making small talk. Who knows, you might end up going to a concert together to see both of your favorite artists or a band. Number 9, ask why to understand the person. If you want to prolong the conversation, you would need to ask more why questions. If you can, refrain from asking questions that give you yes or no responses, because if you aren't quick enough to transition to something else, then you'll just end up in an awkward silence. For example, if you guys are talking about cars, don't ask the person if they like the car. Instead, ask them why they like the car. They'll give you a better idea of why they like it, and plus, you can go on and further expand on the same subject. Understanding someone's point of view let others know that you want to know more and that you care about them enough to ask why. In addition, it'll make them feel better sharing that information with someone else and talking over it. And don't forget, you might be able to learn a thing or two just by asking. Number 10, travel. Most people like traveling. It doesn't have to be traveling to different countries or to be hundreds of miles away from home to be considered traveling. It could be as simple as going to a different city to explore or getting out of the house. People who do travel a lot will definitely open up to you and talk about their adventures. So ask them where they went on their last vacation or what do they recommend if you were to visit the place they've mentioned. More than likely, they will be willing to share their experiences with you. Their experiences will help you learn about other places, culture, and life in general. To even prolong the conversation, you can throw in a hypothetical situation like, given the opportunity, where do you really want to go? Or if you can live anywhere in this world, where would it be? This way the conversation is light and fun. Hey, who knows, you might find yourself a travel buddy. Overall, talking to people in general could be really difficult and scary for some, but if you really want to do it, you would put yourself out there. If you're still nervous about it, try observing your surrounding and incorporate that in your small talk. If you see a piano, use that to your advantage and talk about it. Ask them if they play the piano or any instrument at all, or when was the last time they picked up an instrument. There is an endless number of topics you can talk about, and it's really up to you if you want to do it. Don't be afraid to go out, just do it. Well, that's it for today, and I hope this helps you. If you like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.